Hey, what is going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We're playing some more Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And we fought a troll. We won its amulet. We worked our way through into, I guess, what is the second stage of this. I'm not really 100% sure. Don't remember playing the book when I was younger. But we're making our way through, continuing west, because that's where we believe Coben is, who we think has got an amulet that we want to take. I've noticed there's lots of little red eyes in the distance. We're also quite low on stamina. I say quite low. We've lost quite a lot. So I'm hoping that we can get some of that back as we go. You can actually make your way down some steps. The air seems different somehow. Sense strong magic ahead. Cosbin Miniman and the Amulet of Usher must be in the passages ahead. Continue onwards. You reach a junction where the path turns north through an archway held up by two pillars. A narrow passage also runs off to the west. The acolyte said I should turn north once the passage starts to narrow. Perhaps this is the junction he meant. Oh god. I'm guessing it is. Let's do it. Looking for a hungry door. I think we've found a hungry door. You walk down the passageway and gasp at the sight you discover. Directly in front of your path lays a large wooden pair of doors carved to look like a menacing fanged mouth. Simple sign ahead. Speak the magic word, please. As soon as you begin to approach the door, you startle a nearby lizard. It darts off down towards the door. They spring to life as though controlled by magic. They lift and drop dangerously as the lizard tries to zip through them. The door falls and crushes it flat. I'm going to have to be more careful than that lizard. Hold up the bull amulet. Hold up the bull amulet to the doors, and something very strange occurs. You begin to feel very angry. As you can see ahead, now is a red mist. It makes you furious. Oh no! Am I alright? Oh, the door opened. Nice. Through a haze of your anger, and you hear the hungry door slam down in front of you. But you don't care. Charging forward, you hear a sound of splintering wood. Finally, you crash through headlong into a wall and fall to the ground. Holy crap, we lost some stamina. We're going to sit down, and we are going to use some provisions. Sit down on the bench, take a portion of provisions in your pack. In a moment of rest, healthy convince you feel much better. Plus 10 stamina, look at that. Continue onwards. How do I get my skill back? Several meters up the passageway, you arrive at a junction where you can turn either east or west. I seem to remember the acolyte saying I needed to head east. Let me check my notes. East at the school. He did say that. Look for the door with the flame. Oh god, this looks like there's magic. Turn the passage to a wooden door trimmed in iron. It sits on the east wall. Various inscriptions adorn the door, but none make sense to you. Follow the passage north. Let's just keep going. I'm looking for a door with flames. You follow the passage to the north, and at the end of it there's a door leading northeast. The passageway also continues west. Oh god. Let's go west. Let's see if we can find a door with flames. Heading west down the passageway, you find that it turns north again. Further down the passage, there is another door at some top of some stone steps. A large flame stretched across the wood. Enter the door. Holy crap. Cautiously, you climb the stairs upwards. You open the door and immediately hit in the face by a blast of heat. I think I may have found Cosbin Miniman. There is no doubt that you have entered the home of a master of fire. A large flaming sphere arrives in the center of the room, clearly the source of the master's power. Suddenly, two huge creatures pound towards you. They are monstrous lizard-like beasts, their scales shining and shimmering from the flames all across their bodies. They sweep their huge tails left and right, knocking over pots and spellbooks. Salamander creatures constructed entirely from magic. You hear an unhelpful warning when the creatures bears down on you. Watch out for the salamanders. Fight the fire salamanders. This doesn't sound good. Okay. What have we got going on? They're both attacking. I don't think I can just stay here. Can I poison strike? We're clashing. Oh, it doesn't look good for me. I lost. Ow, ow, ow. I'm burning. I wanted to attack there. God damn it. I'm in trouble here, everybody. They keep hitting me with fire. Managed to hit it at least. Okay. This is not a good place to be, I'm not going to lie. Can I just stay here? Ouch, ouch. Okay. I'm in so much trouble. What the? I'm burning. Can I use anything to save myself? I don't know if I can. Oh, it's a long way back as well. Don't die. Oh, God. Ouch. Oh, no. I didn't watch out. I didn't watch out for the salamanders as it goes. Oh dear, it looks like the mountains have claimed yet another victim. Shall I see your resurrection stone? Last rescuing bench. Yes. I want my hero to be resurrected. I do want that. You sit on the bench, take out a portion of provisions from your pack. Okay, we got 10 stamina. Continue onwards. I feel like I wasn't ready for that. I'm not going to lie. I genuinely feel like I wasn't ready for it. Let's set off east again. Maybe we'll try some of these other doors. I don't like the look of this one. There's something about this I don't like. Let's head up. I think it's trapped. Follow the northeast door. This one looks far promising. Endure some difficulty. Gusts of wind breeze past your face as you enter and slam the door behind you. You enter what must be the home of Master of Air, a sorcerer who dabbles in arcane lore. A tornado surrounds the room, fire spouting from the braziers dance in the wind, a variety of papers also flutter and flap in the breeze. Strange room of air magic. Must be on my guard. You walk over to who you assume is the Master of Air. A pet hawk is perched on her arm. She wears a pair of fine glasses. She greets you. Oh, another would-be adventurer come to destroy Zagor. I don't really bother with adventurers, but the maze should finish you off. She pauses. Unless you know anything about a bronze amulet dedicated to the cult of Boborus, I have no business here. You mean this? You show her something. You show her something. Sorry, you say, showing her the amulet. The Master of Air grasps. That's exactly. Where on earth did you find it? Give it to me. Master frowns. Oh, you clutch the amulet like... Yeah, I also see the amulet of Arsha. Master frowns. I don't know about that particular artifact, but the School of Sorcery, I guarantee one of my colleagues will know something about it. She holds out her hand. Surely you have no use for this homely necklace, so it didn't help me against the salamanders. Shake your head. I won't leave empty-handed. Fine. The Master huffs. I can spare an air vial and this magical ring, which when warm will fill your lungs with air when you most need it. They're very vulnerable if you know what to do with it. That's where I politely but firmly request you to leave, wear the ring and return to the junction. You return to the back. You return back to the passageway. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't read at the moment. What have I got? Poison strike. What was this ring thing? Master of Air magical ring. Okay, let's head west. Oh, we didn't have the chance to go this way, did we? Oh man, I want to go this way. Oh no. I'm going to get my ass kicked by salamanders again. I don't want to die. This is bad. Okay. Can I just go and hit this dude? They're both attacking here, right? They're attacking again. So if I just keep attacking here, now they're moving. God damn it. Oh, this is bad. So he was attacking here, so I think it's gonna... I guess he can attack here, right? I don't want you to hit me. I really don't want you to hit me right now. He's going to run away. Scumbag's going to run away and I can't do anything about it. Oh god, he's going to shoot fire at me. Ow. Okay, I think he's just going to stay there. Now he's going to move, so hopefully we can poison strike. I think he's just gonna, now he's gonna move here and we can hit him. Victory! I am triumphant! You've defeated the fire salamanders. In finishing move, the last salamander gives a guttural roar. Its fire extinguishes. It stops moving and turns grey, then explodes into ash. An old man in red and gold robes who is standing in the corner of the room runs towards you. He's clearly angry. What do you think you are doing? It took hours to conjure those beasts. Hours, you apologise, but insist it was self-defence. See the amulet of Ashra, which protects those who keeps the memory of the old gods, says the Master of Fire. That superstitious nonsense, anger wells up in your chest. It's not, you say. But the Master turns his back and heads towards the reaches of his display case. Here, he says, tossing you a necklace made of bone and leather. Take it, it's practically worthless. It doesn't look like much, but you feel a power pulsing through your fingers. You carefully look at the tiny carved pendant. Still have rubies inset into it. The one true amulet of Asher seems to be unbelievable that my search has ended so easily. The Master carries on with valuable work. You snaffle a fire vial on your way out. He has dozens of them. It's baffling that the Cosbin has so little understanding of the amulet's qualities. Leave the room. Holy crap, we need another chair to sit on. With the amulet secured, your quest is complete. Something doesn't feel right though. It's been far too easy. Why would someone as powerful as Cosbin simply hand it over such a powerful artifact? You look again at the amulet, suddenly notice the rubies have started darkening. Within seconds, the rubies are black as onyx, and the amulet suddenly feels extremely cold to the touch. You collapse on the floor, paralysed by some unseen force. You feel freezing cold, and your muscles ache and spasm in ways you've never felt before. The door to Consuming's study remains open. You fool, did you really think that would be that easy? Zagor took the amulet from me weeks ago, deeming me unfit for such a powerful artifact. You're probably right, as I would have unlocked a power that he would have feared. With that, Cosbin gives you a little kick to make sure you're totally incapacitated. From somewhere down the hall, you hear the sound of footsteps. Throw her in the river. She won't last long in there in this state. Your nostrils suddenly fill with a foul stench of orc as rough hands lift up your body. Your mind begins to drift, and you realise you are falling unconscious. Oh, I thought I'd done it. And now I'm in a river. Your head breaks the water and you gasp for air. You are being washed along a dark subterranean river into the unknown. The coldness of the water seems to have awoken you from whatever foul curse has been placed on you. Your body still seems semi-paralysed and you feel helpless, thrashing around trying desperately to keep breathing the air above you. I'm not sure I can do this much longer. If only I had some magic to help me breathe. I've got a ring. Sink beneath the water. You let your body sink in the dark depths of the river, swallowing large amounts of water as you do. The ring on your finger you were given earlier suddenly begins to get hot, almost painfully so, and instead of gagging, you find yourself breathing normally. True to her word, the Master of Air did give you a magical ring to help you breathe underwater. The effects of the paralysis have almost worn off. Let's try that again. The effects of the paralysis have almost worn off. And with renewed confidence, you begin swimming. Somewhere to your left, you can see a light, some large structures, and a beach. Holy crap, look at this place. Reaching the shore, you pull yourself out of the water to get to your feet and find yourself standing in a large underground cavern. The most striking thing is a massive structure ahead of you built into the cave wall itself. Emanates a feeling of dread and it looms over the riverbank. To the right is a huge structure in it is a smaller but still imposing. I can't read anymore. To the right of the huge structure is a smaller but still imposing building in the cave wall. To the left is a small wooden shack, probably large enough to house a living quarters for a single person. Directly to the right of you is a wooden building that sits next to a bridge snaking off into the distance behind you. Looks like I'm going to have to hunt down Zagor if I want to get my hands on the amulet. That large building ahead looks likely candidate for the Warlock's lair. Explore the shack to the left. Walk to the huge structure ahead. Head to the smaller structure in the cave wall. Investigate the wooden building to the bridge. Near the bridge, walk across the bridge. Well, let's do the left business first. Walk across the sandy riverbank leading to the nearby shack. The door leading into the shack, which seems to be unlocked. You are in front of you are in a small, foul-smelling room. I don't know where I got in front of. You notice two doors, one to the west, one behind you to the south. The furniture in this room is sparse and has been made mostly from bits of old boats. There appears to be nothing of value in the room, but your keen eye notices a bunch of keys hanging from the wall. An old man in ragged clothes is slumped asleep on the bench made from a half-rowing boat, snoring loudly. Oh god, he's got a dog. Next to him is a vicious-looking brown dog with red eyes and black teeth, which you have woken and is now eyeing you suspiciously, a deep growl coming from its throat. I don't like the look of that dog. Bang on the door behind you to wake the old man. Leap across the room with your weapon drawn. Cut the dog. Drink a potion of invisibility. Let's bang on the door behind us. The old man eyes flutter and opens. He sees you and grabs for his half oar lying beside the bench. You tell him you mean him no harm, but he remains on guard and eyes you cautiously. Though he looks harmless enough, the dog could be dangerous. The man's boots are undone. Ask the man questions about the mountain. When you begin talking, he becomes angry and bids you be gone. He'll have nothing to do with your adventures. His dog senses the anger and snarls menacingly. Thank him and exit through the south door. South door. Fine. You know what, old man? It's fine. Walk to the small structure to the northeast. A faint sandy path leading to an imposing building in the cave wall. It's not as large as the building to the north. It's nonetheless magnificently grand. It towers above you. You can't help but wonder how on Titan something was built, or this thing was built. Atop of the steps is a heavy stone door that seems very solid. Oh god, I'm in some kind of horrible mansion. Even the open door grinds against the floor in protest. Entering, you find yourself in an opulently decorated room. You are overwhelmed by the sight of thousands upon thousands of bottles lining the shelves of the room. Fine carved furniture is placed strategically about the chamber. Oh god. Waiting for you inside is a tall woman wearing a long dark gown and a spiked crown. Welcome, Lunica Icardi. I am Orania, the keeper of the souls. You don't know me, or maybe you do. I can never remember, but rest assured your player does. Do not be alarmed, I am here to help. My player knows her. What is that supposed to mean? Ask her about the domain of the dead, purchase something from the Soul Keeper, sell something to the Soul Keeper, inquire about the Warlock's treasure, bid the Soul Keeper goodbye. Let's purchase. Okay. You ask Soul Keeper if there's anything. How many provisions have I got? I've got 4 provisions. Potion of fortune, potion of skill, potion of strength, potion of fire protection, potion of invisibility. Talk about something else. We'll be back. Oh, I don't think I can still buy. Inquire about the Warlock treasure. Zagor is rumored to have a hoard of treasure. Do you know anything about it? You ask. She raises an eyebrow quizzically and then... Ah, yes, of course. The Warlock guards his treasure well. It's kept under lock and key with a magical treasure chest. He never keeps the 3 keys with him, instead choosing to cast a spell on them. Each key is securely guarded and changes position within the mountain each time somebody enters. The more keys used to open the chest, the greater the reward within. What can you tell me about the domain of the dead? Soulkeeper. She pauses for a moment. Her face remains expressionless without any emotion. A place cursed by Zagor, created to provide an army of the restless souls, each of which will endlessly guard his inner sanctum. I find it to be a useful location to be near, considering my line of work. However, I am not without my own protection. Many so-called heroes have become nothing more than tortured spirits to guard the Warlock's treasure. I would advise you to be prepared. Oh god. Sell something so I can sell a potion of invisibility. I would rather not do that. Purchase something. We got gold, right? How much gold have we got? 54. Potion of fire protection does sound wise, right? but so does a potion of skill. Okay. Okay. You bid the Soul Keeper goodbye. Her presence make you somewhat uneasy, but you're eager to leave. She says goodbye, and I wish you'll meet again. Not during this adventure, then during your next one. Not understanding what she means, you leave the large structure. Thanks, cheeky. Thank you. Appreciate all of that. Right, I could go back this way, but I think I'm going to walk to the huge structure. I want to go to that little door. You walk along the sand to a massive structure. A set of stone steps leads upwards to the structure itself. Near the step, a path leads west to the tower, leading upwards to the side of the main structure. Head to the west tower. Climb the... I'm going up the main door. Going up the main door. Here we go. You follow the steps leading up to the looming building. Looking upwards, you occasionally see golden glints on the ceiling. You wonder if there's gold vein running through the ceiling of the cavern. Golden glints begin to disappear, followed by a high-pitched shrieking and the sound of leathery wings. That wasn't gold, but bat's eyes. Giant bat swarm down towards you. No. Oh, God. What we got going on? They all seem to be attacking, which I do not like. Okay. Oh, we got lucky there, I think. Ow! I was really hoping he was going to die before the... Here we go. There's a big old clash going on. We won the clash. I think I can... Oh no, I think they're going to hit me. We're going for the clash and hope. Not looking great. We won by 1. Okay, well that went well. We're clashing again. Oh God. Ouch. Why would you run away from me like that? Have some poison, mate. Let's just try and steer clear of him for a bit. We did it. And we need a rest. We really need a rest. Giant bats swarm down towards you. You're ready to attack. Defeat the giant bats. We lost more stamina. We're down to 9. There's a resting bench with the giant bat slain. You cautiously continue upstairs. Thankfully, there are no more creatures lurking in the darkness. You reach the top safely. Surrounding you is an eerie graveyard. There are gravestones littered about, and the trees made from stone cast ominous shadows across the ground. Nearby, there is a bench. You may rest. A skull leers at you from an archway. It appears to be an entrance to a crumbling bridge of stairs that traverses a large pit, growing from an ethereal blue light. A feeling of death and decay surrounds you, and you will sense that this place of arcane and ancient evil. Sit down on the bench. Consume some provisions. We're going to rest. Plus 10 stamina. Nice. Okay. We're ready to move on. But I think we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're still enjoying this. If you are, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see more. Let me know how you think we're going to get on. Do you think we'll be able to finish this on our first try, or do you think it'll all end in misery? If you are enjoying this, please remember to check out the YouTube memberships or the Patreon page. Both have unique rewards, including a weekly series or a weekly video that is only for Patreons and members. If you are also enjoying this, please head over to Twitch. Follow me at ScottDogGaming. I do try and stream weekly, and I'd love to catch up with you live if you get that opportunity. I will hopefully see you all again soon. Goodbye.